Welcome back to Severed Sons, everyone.
Nice.
We are a Frostmaiden actual play D&D podcast, and we are excited to bring you Tales of the Frozen North and the Everlasting Rime. My name is Ron Murphy, Dungeon Master, and around the virtual table we have...
Hey, what's up? I'm Paul.
Hey guys, it's Ross.
Hey everybody, it's Blake.
Hey, I'm Josh.
Hello, I'm Zach. It's been 3 weeks since we've all been together, y'all.
What are we doing? What is
What?
this?
Did something happen last time?
Are we playing superheroes?
If everybody is ready, is anything else we need to talk about? Let's get right into it. Good, yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's begin tonight's episode of Severed Sons. I don't want to build a snowman. Last time, Trax and Fang, you rescued the children, but were attacked by the winter wolves, Corin and Kanan. Kai, you continued to distract the mournful woolly mammoth, which was very difficult considering all the noise that Shiv and Donar were making while trying to rescue some kobolds who had stumbled into the lodge. Shiv, Donar, and the kobolds dodged icicles dropped on them from above by evil Chewinga. Trax killed Corin, but Kanan knocked Fang unconscious and threatened to kill him if Trax didn't stand down. Kai dodged the mammoth's gore attacks, dancing just out of reach behind the cover of a magical throne made of ice. The mammoth's blows damaged the throne, which then hummed with a dangerous buzz. Shiv and Donar, you led the kobolds to safety, then returned to help Kai. The throne throbbed with magical energy gone haywire as Shiv defeated the woolly beast. Sensing danger, Kanan let Fang go and escaped to the safety of the tundra. Those of you still inside the lodge witnessed the throne go up in a magical explosion that nearly killed Donar and Shiv. Escaping the building blizzard, you sheltered in Fang's tiny hut spell. As you rested, Kanan approached the dome, telling Fang that he was going to visit others of your kind in the mountains to the south. You returned the children to their mother, then met Fila at the 20 Stones of Thrun. The sage instructed Trax to build a snowman, then began reciting a ritual causing the blade-like central stone to glow. The snowman changed, looking like a handsome elf, and the soul of Farron drifted out of Trax's body and into the icy sculpture. Fila stopped chanting and rose to her feet. Trax's insecurity affected the spell, causing the elven snowman to twist into an icy replica of Trax's body. As the sage, now possessed by the ghost of Rose, cast a fireball, incinerating Trax's original kobold body. And as we come back to episode 24, Rose, as Fila, is just walking away from all of you down the hill, not a care in the world. You even hear her whistling. What do you do?
Fang yells out. He says, "Hey! Where do you think you are going?"
I can go anywhere I like now. Goodbye. She yells over her shoulder.
Fang takes a look at Trax, who is, just blue or like made of ice?
He is currently made of ice. He looks like Trax, actually complete with the armor backpack from before. Like, it's just like sort of like the form that he envisioned himself from like right before the ceremony. But he's completely made of ice. But as you're looking, you see color sort of kind of seeping into the ice. It's a real shiny. It's like somebody made a snowman and then added food coloring to try to make it.
Yeah. So looking at Trax, Fang is irate. He says, "This is not what we agreed upon!" And he casts Guiding Bolt at her.
Oh.
Okay.
I know, but he's mad. I know that this is probably wrong.
Roll initiative.
Oh yeah, good call.
Yeah.
I'll do that first.
Okay.
Fang doesn't usually start the fight.
No, it is not. Trax, what'd you get?
14.
Fang?
Also 14.
Kai.
17.
Nice. Donar.
10.
And Shiv.
18.
18. I'm calling Fang's spell a surprise round.
Cool. That is a 21 to hit.
The guiding bolt strikes her right in the back.
And does. It's just a first level. 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
I need a chopstick because I'm so nervous.
She strikes it and just goes, oh! Like very put out.
And
Anything
Fang,
else?
yeah, as his fingers are metaphorically smoking, he says, "Don't you dare walk away from us. What have you done?"
She turns around and looks at you and says, I'm taking control of my life. I'm going out and I'm going to have some fun. And then I might have need of all of you. I know exactly what all of you know. I've been there for every conversation.
Oh, frick.
I just want to have some time alone. Then maybe I'll come back and talk to you. We'll have this conversation then. Top of the round, Shiv.
I'm sorry, as a bonus action, Fang shifts.
Okay.
How far away did she get?
I think she got, like, we're everybody on the Dugan's Hole map.
Yes.
She got down right to the edge of the stones this way.
Okay, like feet-wise, how far away would you say she is from us?
Because y'all are probably all around Fang. Like, it's the icons aren't to scale.
Right.
Guide says 175.
I'm a size of a house.
There's a specific reference.
This is some theater for you folks.
I'm gonna say she's about 200 feet.
Shiv is totally in on this confrontation if it's gonna happen. So he's going to start running at her and just kind of at mid stride. He's just, "We'll have this conversation now, hag." And
Yeah.
I am no hag.
he's gonna run
Oh.
30 feet at her and then ready shell defense as
Okay.
a lead action.
Okay.
Go shit.
Okay. Kai.
Kai is just going to walk a few steps away from Fang in the group and just kind of out loud say, "We're in over our heads here. Don't pick a fight." And that's it.
Fang is like in his shifted state. He's mad.
Anything else, Kai?
That's it for me. Just a word of warning.
Rose, as Fila just kind of turns around. Like before, she was just talking just kind of over her shoulder. And she just turns around slowly and says, "Listen to your man. You do not want to pick a fight with me. I'm not even at my full power yet. But I will be." And she looks at all of you. And I think she's going to... Yeah, she's pissed. Fang, make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. That is an 18.
Okay, this is what happens. That's a failure. She snaps her fingers, and suddenly Fang, this furious and slobbering in his shifted form, suddenly winks out of existence, just leaving a little divot in the snow. I told you, don't mess with me. Let me have my fun, and then we can talk. Trax, what do you do?
So Trax is still in shock of what happened, and he's not doing anything but just looking down at his now ice hands.
You kind of see color starting to come through the ice, but everything is just shiny.
Just eyes wide. He's not even really paying attention to what's happening.
Fang, you are incapacitated and do not know where you are.
Cool.
Donar.
Donar is gonna take off his outermost fur, stand in front of Trax, shielding him, and then shout over his right shoulder, "All right, freaking truce, okay? It's truce time. We're all gonna truce. You don't have to do any more. All right, it's over."
Very well, let me be on my way.
Yeah, take a hike.
Okay. And she turns around and starts... Well, let's continue the round, actually. Top of the round, Shiv.
Shiv will stop, just kind of take a look back at the spot where Fang was, and just take a glare back to Fila / Rose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of throw his Yakoa to the ground. And that'll be it.
Kai.
Kai just says, we agree to your terms. Now bring him back.
That shall be quite easy. I'm going to put some distance between us, and then I'll let him come back. And she walks away, and as she completes her full move, she does one of these, little flips her hand in the air, and Fang poop, comes back from the banishment.
And he's visibly confused. Where is she?
She left.
She had the upper hand.
Trax, anything? Just to finish out the round.
No.
Fang?
Fang assesses, sees that everybody else has stood down, and kind of takes stock. He stands up a little straighter and he collects his breathing. And he's calming down, but he's still mad because that wasn't fair. But he's collecting himself, and it takes him a minute to put his hair back, and he says, I am out of his shifted state now. And just kind of quietly, he just, with his head down, he says, I am sorry. And is kind of ashamed. Just head down. Ears back a little bit. Just a little bit. Not comically. Just a little bit back.
It's not like
Not like Wile E. Coyote.
She's not a
Made
puppy.
mistake.
Donar, anything to finish out the round?
Fixed. Hearing that Fang is back, he's not going to focus his attention there. He's focused on Trax. And if it's finishing out the round, he was just going to start a conversation.
Got it. So we're out of combat as you see Fila's body walk away and into the alleyways of Dugan's Hole and out of sight.
And Donar's going to lower the fur and say to Trax, "Yeah, body, talk to me. What are you feeling? What's going on?"
You know what? You would think that I would feel sad right now,
Right.
because Fang's right. This isn't fair. I don't know if he said that in person or
Oh, we felt the energy.
it's not fair. I don't know if he said that either. I don't think he said that in person. But you know what? I just feel angry.
Yeah.
I just feel pure rage right now. And you know what? Let her have her fun, because when we talk again, I'm going to make sure that that frigid miscreant spends the rest of her days at the bottom of the lake. And Trax is going to...
Oh, yeah, dude.
Trax is going to kind of stiffen up again, and he's going to walk over to what's left of his body, and he is
All of your gear is still there. It's like the any sort of like leather backpack you had, is kind of protected any metal. So all of your stuff is still there, especially if it's made of metal.
So he's going to start taking all that stuff, go to what's left of the, I imagine, charred kobold corpse, and take the hand from it and cut it off and say, I don't know much about resurrection, but I know that if I have this and we find someone in 10 days that can bring this body back, or a body back, that's going to do us better than this ice form that I currently have. I don't even know what the limitations of this. He's going to put it in his pouch, load up all of his stuff back onto him. So let's go.
Where would you like to go?
I think we should settle in, regroup, assess, and figure out what to do next.
I think it's a good plan. Get our heads straight. Some good grub.
I don't even know if I can eat.
Donar's going to clock that Fang is in his own world, and he's going to say, hey, Fang, buddy, hey, this is a safe space to vent if you would like, or you can like punch me in the gut if you need to get something out or something.
Later, Donar.
Yeah, punch me in the gut later, dude. Fine.
Kai's gonna lead them back to town and try to find a place to hunker down for a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Follow Kai.
I was going to say, Trax definitely has his hood up. He's trying to, again, hide.
You look as the spell completes, and it looks like Trax. Like, it was just a bit of a shine, a bit of a sheen on his body. It looks like him. Like, all the color is back. It's not just like completely white snow.
There wasn't an inn in Dugan's Hole, was there?
There was somewhere we stayed.
We stayed with, what's her butt?
Oh, the hut. Oh, we stayed with the mom.
Yeah.
And I hate to put all this in her lap.
I'm going to start leading back to her house.
Okay, Hilda. Is her
Hilda,
name.
yeah. I'm going to start
Yeah.
leading back to Hilda's house.
Okay, you get back, and as you're getting up to the house, you hear the sounds of kids playing inside. And they're being kind of rowdy, actually.
I'm just going to walk up and approach. Knock on the door.
Knock on the door. Hilda opens it and it's like, oh, I thought you had left.
Yeah, back sooner than we thought. Look, there's not really a place in town to stay. Do you mind if we...
Of course, our home is open to you whenever you like. You saved my children. Please, come in.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just
I know
everything.
it's a lot.
As they go in, Fang says, "If you'll excuse me, I'm just going to sit out here for a moment or two."
Yeah, buddy, do whatever you gotta do.
And he sits on the stoop of the cabin.
Everybody go inside, except for Fang?
Trax is going to hang out outside for a minute.
Okay.
What time is it? What time of day is it? It's early in the morning, right? Or is it
What
like
time was the
midday-ish?
ritual going to be at? Midnight? Was it a midnight ritual or?
I thought it was first thing in the morning.
I don't recall.
Shoot.
I have scribbles. I actually didn't get this far in my official book yet, so it might take me a second to find, but I feel like Donar might be, or fucking Paul might be right, that it was early in the morning.
One of the same.
Early in the morning? Okay.
Donar.
Oh, yeah, it was 24 hours because you talked to her in the
yeah.
morning and it was 24 hours to prepare. And so it's morning.
So going in, Donar feels awkward. He feels uncomfortable with the vibe, but he knows he should shut up and not say anything because he will make it worse. So if Hilda gives, if we've established this relationship, he's just going to get to work in the kitchen, creating busy work for himself. He doesn't know what he's making yet.
Okay. Hilda comes up to you and says, everyone looks sad. What happened?
Oh yeah, I'm the right person to ask about a recap. So there was this lady in Trax's head. It's a whole thing with like, I don't want to give away his, I don't want to show his like dirty laundry, so I'm going to omit some details. But basically, we're all a little worried about our mortal peril in the state of the universe. Nothing big. So I'm going to make lunch.
Can I help? I know that
Honestly,
food can cheer a person up, and I'd love to help.
I feel a little weird right now because my friends are so upset, and I can't help with anything that isn't like cheese related. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to take this on myself, and you can just relax and indulge.
I'll make sure that the kids stay out of your way.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it, Hilda. You're very nice.
Thank you. She kind of smiles.
Donna's going to get to work.
Hilda, is there possibly a quiet room that we can find?
We only really have the one. We have some like storage, like a shed. It's basically like a walk-in closet off the bedroom. But and there's a shed in the back, but there's no fire out there.
I guess the table in here will work fine.
Okay.
Another question. Do you know if there's an artisan in town?
What kind of artisan? Can you be more specific?
We'll say a mask.
Yeah, I think there is. There's a few artists down by, it's the fishermen, whenever it's off season, or they sell trinkets for people who are coming through town on their way out of the dale. So I think there's somebody down by the docks who might be able to help you.
Good to know. Thanks. And I'm just gonna move to what I can assume is like the main table in the common room, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
it's the houses here are basic. The smaller houses are basically just one room with maybe like an attic, and I have the fireplace and the main to warm up the entire house. And
nice little upgraded studio.
yeah, basically.
Then Kai's gonna move to the table and pull off his pack and start pulling out scrolls and unwrapping them on the table.
Shiv, what are you doing?
Shiv is going to find some light and amusement with the kids playing, and he's going to kind of indulge them and just like join whatever game they're playing, or like I picture him holding his staff and them hanging on either end and him doing like bicep curls.
That's amazing. Yes,
Just, like,
they would
kind
love
of-
that.
Trying to make some light in this situation until the
Okay.
others come inside.
I'm reminded of Shiv and the kobolds from way, way back when they were like,
Oh yeah.
Shiv in the cold.
"Are you a dragonborn?
I
Are
love
you
that
a
band.
toy? Are
It's
you
such
a
a
what?"
great line.
The Trax days.
Out in the snow, Fang is sitting on the porch. Trax, what are you doing?
He's gonna go for just a not too far, but just
Yeah.
a little walk, just kind of around, just kind of in his thoughts.
Make a perception roll for me.
17.
17. It's morning. You see people are pushing. They've got like boats out, way out on the lake, and you can see most of the lake from where you are, and you can see ice fishermen down at the bottom of the hill, and you see these 4 people who are like these are just kind of walking around, and they're like going up to people, and the people are kind of pushing them away, and like you're just seeing that these 4 people didn't go to another person, and there's like these same 4 people. You can't really, it's too far away to see exactly like what kind of like who they are, but they're going and bothering people, and the people in Nugan's Hole are just kind of shushing them away or yelling at them.
Well, my curiosity is piqued. I'm gonna go see what's happening.
Fang, you see Trax kind of headed down the hill toward the docks. What are you doing?
Fang has just been kind of mulling over his own thoughts, and he notices that Trax goes off, and normally he would probably follow him, but right now he doesn't trust his own judgment, so he actually pulls out the diary with the symbol of Paylor on it that he found in the cabin way back when, and he starts to rifle through that and looks for specific passages that he remembered. He just rifles through that.
Got it.
He also might put that down and then go between that and the book given to him by Mishan in the Temple of the Morning Lord. Is that where it was? Philosophical Discourse, Light and Dark, A Struggle or a Dance was the book you gave me. So he's looking between those 2 books, just pondering.
It takes you time to read, and you're just kind of like basically taking time. So I'm going to go to Trax approaching the people at the dock, and they see you coming down the hill, and they're like, there are 4 people. It's a stocky woman in her 30s, a tall, heavy-set man. Both of these are human. A younger man who looks kind of haughty and like he's got money, and elven woman. They all come up to you, and they're saying, do you know if there's any adventurers in town? We need some help. My name is, this is the elf woman. She says, my name is Casca Lang, and we don't know how to describe this other. We need to talk to somebody who could understand us. We're all from different places in 10 towns. And the young man says, and I am from Neverwinter. I'm not from here. I want to get this out of my head. And all of them are like nodding. Yes.
What?
Casca says, we all have this pulsing in our head, and we've got these messages like, come help. And it's like never ending. It's just, it's like we have headaches and we can't get rid of it. And we all were drawn down to the southern part of Icewind Dale, and we met each other in Goodmead for the first time. We were all getting the same pulsing rhythm, and just, it's almost like, it feels like, can you help us? We need some adventurers.
First, slow down. Yes, I'm gathering that you all are in search of. Yes, I am part of an adventuring company. We can help you. If you help us, give us money, whatever. I don't know.
Of course,
I'm not
we
in the
have
mood
we
to
we have
decide what to do
500
with this.
gold we can give you.
Deal. Done. We'll do it. I'm more curious about your malady. What is the factor that has brought you all? What is the lone? Have you decided what the lone factor is that you have all shared?
We all have this this signal in our heads.
Did you come across some kind of arcane object? Did you come across some sort of demonic force? Ghosts. They're fucking everywhere up here. Did you run into a ghost?
We did not run into a ghost, but I wish it were that simple. It's like we just need to silence it in our heads. We just can't understand it. It's like in a language, but we get the sensation that we need to go further south into the mountains.
If I gathered my friends and we headed out with you south, do you think you could accurately pinpoint the location?
I think so. The stocky woman says, it's like a rhythm. It's a rhythm, da 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 da, but it's like a pulse. And Trax, make an Arcana check.
Oh, not great. It's a 12.
That's enough because this is a memory.
Oh,
This is the same pattern that you had in your head, the same pulsing sensation. When you had
okay. Did any of you come in contact with any crystals?
No, but the stocky woman says, my name is Veda. The tall man is Nars. The haughty young guy is Telvaster. The young woman is Casca. And I rarely get out. I just sit at home. I write mysteries. I write fictional murders that are very exciting, and I want people to read them. But I rarely get out of the house. I hate getting out of the house. But that we all had this vision drawing us down to the south. Nars says it's like a purple vision in our heads. It's like flashing purple. I don't know how else to describe it.
Come with me.
Okay. I can't believe we've been asking people around here. They're so mean to us. They just tell
They're
us to go
dicks.
away.
No, we came here to help them, and they.
Telvaster says, they are dicks, aren't they?
This old couple, I had to have words with them. Anyway, come with me,
Okay.
and I'll lead them back.
And you head back up the hill. People inside of Helga's. Anything else? So you've got meal going. You've got like a nice little spread going in the kitchen. It should be ready in about a little bit.
I don't need to, I can give the details if people want to hear it. Suffice it to say it's a baked mac and cheese with a lot of stuff in it. But he would have dished up a bowl of stuff, put it into maybe like a metal bowl, and stuck it outside in the snow to wrap it cold. In addition to all the other things he's plated up. That's the only detail.
Okay.
And we can talk about recipe later if you really want to hear it.
Anything, Kai, you're studying. Fang, you're reading. Shiv, you're playing with the kids. Trax comes up the hill, and you've got the 4 people in tow. And Fang, you see Trax, who has an entourage now. He's only been gone 20 minutes.
Fang will put the books away. He's returning to at least some sense of normalcy. He's not quite so down on himself. But he gets up and just walks forward with like kind of professional intimidation, so to speak. So this group knows that they're dealing with more than kobolds. And he says, "What do we have here?" to Trax.
Well, I feel like this quest is right up our proverbial alley. These 4 are experiencing similar manifestations that I experienced after attuning to the Psi crystal.
We just want it out of our heads.
The mental variety. And, you know what? I'm in a shit mood. I want to get out of this town. And I feel like maybe helping some people might help me feel better. Plus, they're going to pay us 500 gold.
Fang repeats, "Helping people might make you feel better." And he kind of smiles and he looks at the people.
I know.
He looks at the people and he says, "How long have you been experiencing these symptoms?"
It's been, Veda, the stocky woman says, do you remember were you here about a month ago when there was that comet in the sky?
Fang looks at Trax. Confused look.
I don't recall a
I'm not
comet.
sure how long we've been here, to be honest with you, but
We've been almost a month.
Almost a month.
Almost.
Yeah.
We got here right after said comet.
There was a comet in the sky, and it was just a giant fireball. It actually lit up the valley for a moment. It's the most light we've had in quite a long time. After about 10 days after that, there was these I couldn't get to sleep. There was just these blinding purple flashes in my mind.
and as Fang exchanges a look with Trax, he says, "And you say it lit up the sky. Do you happen to know which direction it landed? If it..."
I saw it. It was, she kind of stops. It landed in the southern mountains. It went from north to south.
Fang stands up a little straighter at that and looks at Trax and he says, "I think you might be right. This could perhaps be the quest for just us."
So they all look excited. We actually tried to go further south. This is the southernmost city, southernmost town in 10 towns. This is Nars saying this, and he says, we tried to arm ourselves, but we are just mere citizens. We do not know how to fight. We got maybe an hour outside of town and it got much too cold for us. So we turned back around and came back to Dugan's Hole.
It seems fate may be on your side. Would you like to meet the rest of our compatriots?
I would. Thank you. Thank you.
And Fang says, "Trax, do you want to... I'll stay out here with them?"
Yes, I will go get the others and explain the situation. So
Trax, you go inside.
For time's sake, I'll just go and repeat everything that we've said. We're doing a quest. They're helping some people. We're getting paid. We're going south.
Everybody but Trax make a perception roll.
Fang, too? Yes.
You're outside still, right?
Okay.
Okay, so no.
That's a 13 for Donar.
17 for Shiv.
Okay.
Perception is a 21.
All three of you're watching Trax explain this, and he gets excited. He's like, more energy than he had just a few moments ago. But you see like a trickle of sweat come down his face. Is that the look that you give Trax?
What?
Yeah.
Why are you...
Donar's hands on top of his head, open mouth.
Shiv is just gonna kind of give Donar just a very gentle nudge. Just be like,
"Oh, yeah, sorry, dude, but it's right there."
let's help them out then, quickly.
Kai just finds all of his scrolls and starts rolling them. And says, "I guess this will have to wait," and packs them back away.
Well, it's still early. We could make good time. Why is everyone looking at me?
Oh no, I was just I gotta take the dish out of the oven is all.
Let's get you back outside.
I don't want
It's a little warm.
burn the breadcrumbs.
It's a little warm in here.
Speaking of oven, Trax, let's see what Fang is up to. Shiv will kind of shove Trax back outside.
That's better.
Shiv and Trax go back outside. Do you follow him outside, Shiv? Or you just shove him outside?
Yeah, I'm just kind of nudging him, like, all right, let's go. Come on, outside. It's nice out there.
Okay. Trax, you get outside, and Fang, you look over at Trax, and he's got like a little like wet thing, and you just see it kind of instantly freeze into like a drop on his cheek.
Fang he'll clock that, but he's busy actually writing in his journal about their symptoms and the comet and all that. And
they all are just talking to you, and they seem to be friendly. Telvastra is the one who's kind of most kind of like off-putting. Like I don't know why I'm with these people. He's kind of uppity.
Fang, in there, after he gets all the information, as everybody starts coming out, he says, if you found it difficult to reach the southern mountains or the spine of the world, I think perhaps is the direction that we are heading. Then I think that perhaps that you should find some lodgings here in Dugan's Hole or perhaps one of the surrounding areas. I don't think it's safe for you to come with us.
Nars, who's the shipwright, says, if you show me a map, I think I could probably tell you what direction that we're being pulled into. It might be able to help you find it.
As a matter of fact,
easier.
Even better.
Shiv, do you have the map?
It's already
Bumble.
got him out.
Like,
He's on it. He's a map guy.
okay, here's Dugan's Hole right here. This direction. It was a spot that just kind of, right there. Yeah.
Right there?
Got it.
Yeah.
That's not far at all.
That's far.
Shiv, you're also, as you open up the map of Icewind Dale, you see the little X that somebody made. I don't know can't remember who it was, but there's this spot.
It
too.
was the
That's right.
Duragar.
Helga says, I think I can get the speaker, especially if it's coming from a request from you. I can do the request for you. It saves time. But she says, I can ask the speaker if we can put them up somewhere.
This would be most helpful. That way, we can just get in and get out.
I'll go. And she leaves and goes the next house over to the speakers. And she comes back and says, there is a lodge down in the fish house. It's a bit smelly. It smells like fish. The shipwright says, Nara says, it'll be right at home. I'll enjoy that.
Kai's gonna kind of eye him up, like he's trying to size him up.
Got it. Make an insight roll.
Just a 13.
Yeah, Nars seems to be pretty straightforward. He seems to get annoyed at a lot of things. Like somebody, Veda will say something and he'll kind of have a little eye twitch.
Is he carrying any weaponry or anything?
None of them are.
All right.
Anything else you would like to do?
Donar's going to come out of the house. He was in the house dishing up bowls of the pasta. He made 2 dishes and he's going to leave one with the family. He's going to come out of the house with bowls on his arm like a waiter at a Mexican restaurant, just up and down. Hot bowls.
Mhm.
But he's going to quietly hand them out to the group. His demeanor has changed.
Okay.
And he has
Trax
a
is
cold bowl.
he's gonna grip his chest and say, I can't believe I forgot. I'll be right back. And he's gonna run back over to the stones.
Okay.
And when he gets there, he's gonna go find the remains and he's gonna dig through and he's gonna pull out the pocket watch and put it back around his neck.
It's really hard to make it go underneath your clothing. Unless you have clothing that you've actually pulled on over.
He'll have it displayed then,
Yeah.
just wrapped around his neck.
You can put on clothing over your icy body, but the clothing is part of the ice.
Yeah, he'll just have it on resting on top.
And Trax comes back. Everybody's just eating their mac and cheese.
I feel like I should not eat that.
Well, Donar is going to hold out to Trax up the bowl that's been sitting in the snow and is probably mostly frozen. And he's going to say, I'm sorry, dude. I figured it would be better for you this way.
That's fine. No, you're right. Thank you. That's very considerate of you. I'll give it a try. And he's gonna.
No, it'll be nourishing.
He's gonna try and eat
right?
He's gonna see if he can
It
eat.
tastes quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can eat.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic! Yeah. Oh,
The
It
third,
definitely does not melt on the way down, but
it's really cheered Shiv up, and he's just like, Donar, we have a new quest. That's exciting.
Oh, good. Donar is shaken and his voice is shaky and his hands are shaking and he seems just on the verge of tears. But he's gonna say, yeah, it's gonna be good for the group to go help somebody.
Helga comes back and she ushers the 4 people. She's like, is there anything else you wish to talk to them about before I take them over to the fish house?
I think they've given us all the information that they had.
They nod. They're like, thank you for doing this. If there's anything else we can do to help,
Yes,
let us know.
I think you've been talking around town about your symptoms and everything. I would perhaps put a cork in that, just to blend in with the locals while you're here.
Oh, okay. We can do that. Helga says, I'll make sure that they get food.
Thank you, Hill.
Well, shall we?
Well,
While we're out of town, it'll be a good chance to chat about what comes next.
Yes, I think that it is best if we start to think ahead, so to speak, and I fear that I am to blame for some of the rash decisions that have been made.
I don't agree. We've been chasing our tails non-stop here.
Things are obviously getting
But-
dangerous.
I'm just worried we don't know how much.
Yes, obviously I found myself quite in over my head back there, and everyone I would like to apologize. Upon some self-reflection, I have remembered some wise words from my father, and it is something that I am coming to terms with. That I have walked away from the light, and I think I have walked too far. So, if you'll forgive my imbalance, I plan to work on this in the coming future.
Shiv will put one of his big turtle hands on Fang's shoulder and say, "One beam cannot support a house on its own. We are a team, and we will fail together and succeed together." And he'll get up and start walking towards the direction we need to go.
If we're a team, it won't hurt to start acting like it, though.
What do you mean by this?
I think we could be more organized.
Organization has never been my strong suit. What do you suggest?
I'm not a warrior by any means.
You don't need to be.
I am interested. I've mostly fought on my own.
We'll talk about it when we get back to town. I've got some stuff I'd like to show you, but now's not the time. But I think it could help us in the future.
Dono's got his head down, silently walking if we're all walking. And he's gonna say, yeah, dude, whatever you need us to do.
Trax is gonna run up and kind of tug on Fang's cloak. Say, although you feel unbalanced for attacking her, I appreciate what you did. You were looking out for me.
I was. Acknowledge that there is no shame in the way that I behaved, because I do believe that I behaved righteously. My father said to me when I was young, and I have found actually several times him contemplating the same thing in his journal, that emotions must not cloud my sense of right or wrong. And this always made sense to me, but he always added an addendum that emotions must not cloud the sense of right and wrong or logical thinking.
I can agree with that.
This is what I'm forgetting, that I have found a reason to fight. Something to fight for, so to speak, in this group, and it is sometimes hard to walk away from the fight.
It is not every day that one of your teammates is turned into a snowman.
That's hopefully this is the last time.
Yes,
Oh, but
Knock on wood.
Fang, do you still have that ring? Your family ring?
yes, I have both of my rings. Why do you ask?
May I see one very briefly?
Fang is hesitant. He's not wearing them. They're in his mace, but he slowly pulls the mace off. He takes the top off and he pulls out both of them, looks at them both in his hand, and very specifically gives him the ring of Voltus, not the ring of Palor.
So Trax will take that, and he'll say, "Thank you. It was more of a sizing issue." And he's going to take out his tinkering tools, and he's going to look at it, and he's going to take out a piece of metal that is ring shaped, and he's going to kind of adjust it a little bit, let it sit, and he's going to kind of push it up against the ring and say, "I think that will work." He's going to toss it back up to Fang and say, "A token of my appreciation for all that you do for us. That ring, I've given it a small electrical charge. When you see fit, you can use it to revitalize yourself and cast one more spell." And so I've given you a spell refueling ring. While wearing this ring, the creature can recover one expended spell slot of 3rd level or lower.
That's badass.
That's big.
That's
That's
sure
awesome.
is. Fang, he looks at it and with wide eyes, and he says, "Trax, these rings mean quite literally everything to me. If I did not guard them with my life before," and he puts it on his finger and his pinky, and he says, "It never leaves my sight now. Thank you.
Of course. You've got our back.
Hopefully better from now on."
And you continue into the frozen tundra to the south. From the map, Shiv, you believe that it's going to be, let's see, because you have to go here, and then there's like this valley, and then it goes into the mountains here. So you're going to be doing a full day's travel to get about here, to get in the middle of the valley.
Ross, you can use it once a day, and it replenishes at dawn.
Hell yeah. Thanks.
Badass.
That's
I didn't
awesome.
know they made such a thing.
So you'll be able to camp in the valley between the rows of trees, and then you'll be able to attack the hills and the mountains the next day. Will someone roll an 8-sider for me?
Oh, well.
Got it.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. 4.
4. Okay. So the trip goes pretty uneventful. The blizzard that was to the west is finally starting to die down a little bit. Like snow was just like heavy wind coming from the west, snow blowing. You're kind of really having to lean into the wind. Like it's just kind of like blowing against you, trying to push you to the side. Your winter gear is helping you really get through the snow drifts. But once you make it to the forest, the valley, it kind of blocks some of the wind. About mid-afternoon, close to evening, it gets much less intense weather-wise. And you get to the valley, and the hills are kind of up on hills to west and to the east. And you see a large bare hill to the west. So you'll be camping wherever you like. Will somebody make a nature roll?
I got it.
Survival check for me.
No, it's not me.
14.
14. You find a nice outcropping where it kind of shelters you from the wind if you want to camp out in the open, or you can use Fang's little special hut. But it kind of shelters you from the west. I'm just going to call that Fang's tiny hut.
Fang's tiny hut.
Here we go. Thing's little special hut.
It's kind of protected. It's kind of tucked in well enough where you don't think a lot of people would be able to see you if they came this direction, or any animals for that matter. What would you like to do?
Are we looking for a longer resting time? Little bit of rest and relaxation to get through the next day? Is that how long we've been traveling? It's hard to tell when there's no sun.
Donar hasn't spoken in a while, and he's gonna kind of grumble. Yeah, it's probably a good call.
I think it depends.
Then Fang will cast. That's Fang's tiny hut.
Fang's tiny hut.
Okay.
That's sick.
And it contains all of you. It's nice and warm in here, and Trax, you start to sweat.
I feel like maybe I should go outside.
I will join.
Thank you. I'd appreciate the company.
That you're sitting there and the snow's coming down, and there's a little bit of like a trail almost where the melting was starting to happen. You can see like a little like rivulet going down his face. But as you're watching the snow come down, it kind of hits his face, and it kind of heals a little frozen, like that the part that kind of melted away, and it's whole again.
What? You're looking at me.
Shiv will kind of give a very soft chuckle, and then after about, I don't know, another minute, I'm going to throw a snowball at Trax's face.
It feels refreshing.
I'd be mad if that wasn't so refreshing. It's what it's like to chew 5 gum.
It's like standing on top of a
Sponsored by.
You seem to be handling the situation remarkably well.
Oh, I'm absolutely furious. But you know what? As you know, this isn't the first time that I've lost my body. Got that out of the way. You know, and I realized that doing the work and getting down to business is what makes me feel best.
I like that.
Because moping around and being sad is not going to get me a new body. Now is it? Plus, I think I have inklings of a plan to get back at our spectral hitchhiker.
You know I can't wait for that. A Trax plan. Ha. Excellent. You are very wise.
Oh, thank you.
People don't give you enough credit.
You know what? Thank you. You know what? I was feeling a little down coming out here, not being able to be inside, because I would melt. But that made my night. Thank you.
I must say, I miss your bird.
I do too.
What happens to them when they stop working?
I'm going to take out the little tourmaline and say, well, her essence is all right here. I just need to remake her. Hopefully right back to every rivet and joint that I put together first time.
Well, I will be glad to have her back.
Me too.
At this point, I think Shiv might go ahead and attune to those boots of the Winterlands that he got.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Yep. And you feel comfortable.
Nice.
And Trax is going to, he's messing with his armor. He's, since he's got the backpack, he's looking at it and he says, I'm worried that using this design might overheat this fragile body, so I think I might switch back to my original armor. He's going to get to tinkering on that.
Very thoughtful. Should we be concerned about the previous owner of Trax's body no longer having a body as well?
Well, my intention was to put him back in the body before completely pulverizing it and then burning it to ash, so not super concerned. In fact, I feel like this might be in our favor if he doesn't recognize me, if we can find a new body for me.
Well, that's one less thing to do then.
Kai, Donar, and Fang, what are you doing?
Fang has clocked Donar's lack of usual levity, and he'll nestle in next to him and he'll say, we haven't spoken, just you and me, in a while. How are you doing?
That's gonna make him crack a smile. Donar's sitting there, just like leaned up against the wall of the hut. He's got the pipe out, but he's not smoking it. He's got the sourdough starter in his hands. He hasn't really fed it in a couple of days, and he's like, yeah, it's been a while. Things have just been moving so fast, right? I don't know, dude. Like in the last day, 2 kobolds on my watch, at least I feel, got completely just like pwned, and like I was debating if I should say pwned or not. I regret it.
Fang is nodding. No matter what you see, he's just nodding with a serious face, like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's Draconian slang for just decimated, dude. And I'm not used to that kind of responsibility, and I fucked it up so bad. And it's getting serious. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing most of the time unless I'm cooking with cheese and eggs and shit.
Well, I do. I understand where you're coming from, and I think that we are all responsible for every victim that we come across, whether they be righteous or evil. I mean, that we are taking things into our own hands, and we are making decisions out here that we hope are for the best. Suppose we will never truly know. What good are the means to an end, right? If it saves the Rime, I suppose we have to be grateful for this. But I would be lying if I didn't say that I struggle with this as well.
Yeah, that does help to hear. It's like the cost of casualty is so much, man. I haven't even smoked. I'm really in my feelings.
No, it is something that I think a fool would not ponder on it, Donar. And I think that the fact that you're thinking about it at all makes you a very wise individual.
Donar's gonna kind of give him an old pat on the leg and say, thanks, dude. I feel like an idiot most of the time. So thanks for being nice and supporting me and all that, and I'm not gonna get like mushy, but... And it's clear anyone making a perception check would see that he is, dealing with this with comedy. It's a low.
And Fang gives him a chuckle and just weird. I'm here anytime. You are always welcome in Fang's tiny hut.
Yeah, that's nice.
Can I get that on a mug?
Yeah. But Fang will just sit there in silence with Donar once the conversation dies down. Because sometimes that's all you need.
Donar, he's gonna just a kind of stream of consciousness start talking out loud about his sourdough starter. It's been a while, and that's what he's gonna do.
Kai, what are you doing?
So Kai is sitting, I imagine, not too far from Fang and Donar, but he's kind of not really listening to what they're saying, and he's taken out one of the scrolls that he had removed earlier, and has taken out his calligraphy supplies and is going through what looks like a set of diagrams and is marking out certain labeled sections and relabeling them.
Okay. Are y'all going to have a watch order tonight in the hut?
Yeah. Fang will go first.
So who got first watch?
Fang.
Fang. Second watch?
Sure, we'll go too.
Shiv. Third watch?
I'll take third
Kai.
with Kai.
Kyle set up with Trax.
And Kai. And fourth watch would be
I'll take
anybody
it.
else?
Donor.
Take it. Donar.
Potato Dragon.
Trax and Kai. On your watch, make a perception check.
24.
Nice.
I think it's only a... ba-ba-da-da. Yeah, it's just a 15.
15. Okay. Trax, you're sitting there. I don't know if you're talking or anything, but
Yeah, we're probably chatting about
Yeah.
our plans.
yeah, you reach out to get a handful of snow to reapply, and you suddenly hear something, and it's like there's something out, and you hear like talking, and then it's like cackling coming, and it seems to be coming from about 150 feet away, and you can't see anything, but you can hear them. It seems to be several creatures, and they're cackling.
Kai, it seems that we've been noticed. About 100 feet out, there's something cackling at us.
Should I check it out?
If you can. I have faith.
Kai's gonna slowly creep out of the hut
Okay.
and stay low to the ground and stealth in that direction.
Trax is going to keep talking, pretending to have a conversation in hopes of keeping them unaware that we've caught on.
Got it. Kai, make a stealth roll.
Come on, this is the one I'm good at. Yeah, that's a 24.
You get out kind of away, and you can see where the snow has kind of built up, but you can see kind of like the furrows where your trail led you to into the valley. And you see up ahead, kind of going right for the tiny hut, you see 6 tall, they look like humanoid hyenas.
Ugh.
And they've got bows, and they have like these muzzles, and you see one of them like laughing and looking. It's like, I think they're around here. I can see their trail. They've got to be close. I can smell them. I can smell their scent. And the other one says, be careful. We haven't eaten in days. We need to make sure this strike is successful. What do you do, Kai?
Kai's gonna sneak back to the hut.
Make a stealth check.
Ooh, that is an 18.
You make it back. They don't seem to notice you.
Alright. Then I'm gonna get Trax's attention and say, stay quiet. We've got to wake everyone up.
All right.
I imagine we'll kind of split up, just kind of putting a hand, on everyone's shoulder. Like,
Yeah, just tapping everyone.
We have company.
And especially Donar, when he taps him wake.
hand over the mouth. Hmm?
Okay. Okay.
So this wasn't a full rest.
Not quite yet. No.
Okay.
Kai just leans in towards the middle of the hut and draws everyone in. There's 6 large creatures. Would I know what they are?
Yeah, I think they're common enough. They're gnolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
I just say 6 gnolls outside. They know we're here. They're just not sure where. They're ready for us.
Kai, you know that they were armed with longbows.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would have checked out all their detailings.
Spears, longbows. They looked kind of emaciated. They were very skinny, like they haven't really eaten.
All right, it's time to put this to work. And oh yes, I wish I had it, but I don't. Kai rolls out one of the scrolls he was working on
Mm-hmm.
and puts it down in front of them. And on it, there's a diagram with each of the party members' names written according to certain arrows. And Kai quickly explains an ambush tactic that he's worked with in the past to the party, in which from the central location, Donar, Fang, and Shiv all approach through the main force, and Trax and I pincer out from the sides for support.
Was this the one of the ones that you sent back whenever that was?
Yeah.
A week ago, maybe.
I think this is
In
heavy.
the secret party chat?
What?
Oh, what do you mean?
What are you talking about?
I was working on them in rehearsal one day because I knew I would use them in game eventually. So I was like, can't hurt to get those
Oh,
out
they're
there.
like right there if you look at the stuff.
And they are in game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's
That
nothing
was-
secret
it was-
about them. We're going to use
It
them.
was always my plan to use them in game.
I don't mind secret chats, no, just so you know. So.
Yeah. So this one describes heavy, and my plan is, as Trax and I sneak out for the pincer, I can draw them to the front of the hut using an illusion, at which point they'll be in the proper place to spring the ambush.
Okay.
And where do the three of us hide until then?
In the hut. I'm gonna bring them right to your front door.
Well, I'm glad I switched armor.
Fang puts his finger to his head and he says, "We are the bait. I see this. I understand. This is great. This is good stuff. I can't wait to see what more you have."
I do not often revel in bloodshed, but learning a new tactic is different.
And if it helps keep us all on our feet, I am all for it.
Sometimes it's about knowing where to push. And he just double checks with everyone to make sure everyone understands. Any questions?
Is there a cool name for this plan?
This strike's called Heavy.
I like it.
Heavy, dude.
And he double checks with everyone and checks with Trax. It's like, we're gonna need to get around him. Pinch the sides in. Do you think you're stealthy enough?
Well, it's a good thing I switched my armor back to my stealthy mode.
Perfect. Then are we ready?
Let's do it.
As they leave, Shiv is going to say, "Hey, Trax, stay frosty."
Oh, I get it, because I see.
Well, I didn't know if we were making those jokes. I didn't know if it was going through.
It's fine.
Kai
get 'em
just
out, get 'em
says, Kai says, stay ready. Trax and I'll fire the first shots, and then come in and sweep,
Understood.
and then sneak out.
Trax and Kai, you head out into your pincher movement and make stealth checks, both of you.
out. Hey, that's pretty good. 21.
Mine is
Oh, hell yeah.
a 22.
Nice.
So what's nice is my armor. So I'm wearing heavy armor, which gives me disadvantage, but my armor model gives me advantage. So they just cancel each other.
Nice.
Cancel each other out. That's nice. Okay, so you head out. You see they've crept up a little closer. They can't quite figure out what you're looking at because the white opaque dome is kind of blending in with the hillside. They're kind of following the trail that you all made in the snow up to this point. And they're just kind of creeping up stealthily, but not stealthy enough for you two as you see them approaching.
So once Trax and Kai get into position, Kai is going to put his hands together and form a sign and cast Silent Image
Mm-hmm.
right outside of the hut.
When Fang has been waiting for that image, once that's done, he casts Vigilant Blessing on himself.
Excellent. The image of yourself is standing there in front of the dome. What next?
I'm just waiting for the Gnolls to react to it. Actually, are we in combat right now, or?
No, not yet.
Then I'm gonna hold an action for when they get to the illusion.
They get up, kind of up on a rise, and they see the illusion of you standing outside of the dome, and they draw their bows. They're about 40 feet away. And one of them oh, some fool by himself in the wilderness. Strike him down. Devour his bones. And they fire.
I'm going to, with my action, move the illusion to make it look like it has fallen.
I'd like you to make a deception roll.
Deception.
If you would like to add your, what's your intelligence is your spellcasting ability?
Yeah,
If you'd like to add your intelligence spellcasting ability modifier to that deception roll.
sure. That's
As opposed to
18.
charisma. 18, yes. Okay. The arrows clunk, 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 and you time it perfectly so it looks like the body has fallen. But the people inside of the dome hear 6 arrows just hit, and there's harmlessly against the magic field. The gnolls start kind of creeping up. You see one of them kind of loping on all fours, looking eerily like Fang when he runs. They get up to the illusion and they look at the dome and like, is no smell.
And as soon as they're right up to it, Kai is going to reel off hand signs and is going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Nice. As soon as Trax sees that happen, he's gonna launch an attack as well.
Let's go ahead and this is going to be a surprise round for all of you.
Nice.
Let's roll initiative and get this all taken care of.
Baby.
Oh, nice.
I have advantage.
Damn. How could it be worse?
Shiv, what'd you get?
14.
14. Kai?
18.
18. Trax?
18 as well.
Fang?
A 5 with advantage.
Oh,
Damn.
No.
Donar?
22.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Boy's trying to concentrate. He's
Damn,
trying to be
Donar.
responsible.
Making me look
Okay.
bad.
Okay, I think because Kai was the one holding the action, Kai and Trax this is a surprise one for them because the other 3 were waiting for the signal to go.
Right.
You're in sync. You're totally in sync.
Nice.
You're acting at the same time.
Yeah, badass.
So the Chromatic Orb starts off looking like Kai's shocking grasp, and it, like, the lightning accumulates in the inside of his hand and forms this little ball, and Kai launches it at the gnoll closest to the illusion that was down.
Nice. Okay.
And that's gonna be, oh yeah, I just missed a crit. That's 25 to hit.
Well, that definitely hits.
All right, and that is 3d8 of lightning damage. That's 9 plus another 3, so 12 points of lightning damage.
And he yelps dog-like. And they all look around and, like, scatter. The gnoll is still up. Trax, what do you do?
They're pretty grouped together, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Trax is going to aim his arm up and kind of put his fist down, and there's going to be a little launcher on the top of his gauntlet, and it's going to launch a small, launch a small little sphere that's going to land right in the middle of them, and it is the shatter. It imitates the shatter spell.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
So they each make it's like a flashbang.
Okay.
So they have a Constitution saving throw of 16.
Okay. They are medium creatures. What's the radius of the
It's 10 foot.
10 foot? I think you can get them all. Yeah, because they're kind of really all around. They're all around the body, so they were clumped. So they all have to make a saving throw. Okay, so
I'll go ahead and roll because they still take damage even if they save.
yeah. So what kind of this is dexterity?
It's Constitution.
Constitution. Okay, fail. Natural 1 on the third one. Number 4, 9. Fail. 11, and the last one. Roll a different die. 11.
They all failed.
Wow.
Holy
That's
shit.
incredible. They all take 19 thunder damage.
Wow.
Okay, the gnoll that Kai hit completely just crisps up as lightning goes over his body. He just crumples to the ground.
I like to think they're kind of, it's like they look down and see this little sphere just boom, 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 boom,
Boom, boom, boom, boom.
boom.
And now it's the top of the round as the gnolls are panicked.
As a free action, I guess I'm gonna drop the Fang's tiny hut when both of those things go off, so everybody can see what they're doing.
Okay, well, you can see through it, right?
Yes,
From your
but
side.
can you attack through it? Is that how that works? I don't think it specifies.
Attacks can't come into it.
I think you can attack out of it.
I think you can
it's
attack
like
out of it.
super OP.
Yeah,
That's
creatures
it.
and objects.
Yeah.
When you no. All other creatures barred from passing spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast
Oh,
through
okay,
it.
be cast through it.
Yeah.
So just put your hand out and then just put your hand back in.
Fang is probably going to dispel it though, because we didn't talk about it. So when he hears everything, he'll open us up.
If you do that as the signal, go ahead. You can drop it during the surprise round if you wish.
Okay, cool.
And that the gnolls are even more frightened from you appearing, the three of you appearing, and they start like yipping like frightened dogs. Donar, what do you do?
All right. Donar is going to. Let me pull up my blocking here. I'm very excited. Okay. So
we need a stage manager here.
But he's going to try to position himself, not too specific, so that there is a 15-foot cube that encapsulates all the gnolls and none of his party members. Is that possible with our current spacing?
I think, the one that, because one of them died, you can get all of them, because otherwise there was like one who had been outside of the cube, because they all were gathered around.
Yeah, they congregated. Yeah. So Donar's going to get into that position, and he's going to shove his left hand out straight, and he's going to say, "K dead." And when he says that, he's casting Thunder Wave.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to need 6 or 5 more con saves to beat 15.
Okay. To beat 15.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch dice. Those are my gold ones that like sucked so bad. Here, I'm going to get Starbucks special die.
All right.
1 success, natural 20 on the second one.
There you go.
Damn.
5, number 3, Noel C fails. 18 on the fourth one, and a natural 2 on so C and E fail.
Great. I rolled terribly anyway, so the fails are only going to take 6 thunder damage, and they get pushed 10 feet back, and the successes take 3 thunder damage. So that's half.
Okay. All of them are at 3 hit points. So,
damn.
You cast this thunder wave, and it hits, and just snow, like a grenade in the snow, blows them up, and you just see bodies fly backwards.
Oh, that's funny.
Man.
Shit.
One of them is like lying there dying, looks up at Fang and says, "Brother, who are?" and dies.
Trax is going to walk up, kind of. Well, took care of them, right? Feeling pretty good. Needed a win.
Donar's got his hand out. Would he have heard the brother?
Yeah.
He was using the energy from that conversation with Fang earlier, and he heard the brother, and he's gonna say, "Oh fuck."
What?
Fang, you're pretty sure that did not mean literal brother, but
Fang puts his hand up and he says, "Blurred morality, Donar.
Oh, okay.
Let's just ride the blur for a second. We'll figure it out later."
Yeah, I'm great at riding blurs.
I'm confused as well.
Ooh, I feel great. I had a lot of pent-up aggression. I really wanted to blow someone up, so check that off my list of self-care.
Kai, that bodes quite well for your diagrams.
Yeah, sorry you guys didn't get involved, but I thought they'd be a little bit tougher than that.
Donar took care of it for us. Shiv and I had a good show.
This way I do not have to clean my weapons.
Oh, that's badass.
Kai, you watched the Gnolls' tactics. As they were approaching, they were spread out, and your illusion brought them in together, which allowed this to happen. For your plan, take an inspiration.
Yeah, nice work there, Kai.
That'll look really nice with the inspiration that I already had.
Wasted.
Okay. It's currently just snowing. The hill's kind of blocking some of the wind, but the hut is no more. What do you do for the rest of the evening? You still have the rest of Trax and Kai's watch and Donar's watch to go.
So, finish that rest?
Yes. Let us find some shelter again. And Fang snaps his fingers and casts another Fang's tiny hut.
It's canon.
Is it right next to the dead bodies? Because that's funny.
They're definitely not inside. Yeah, that would be probably right next to your illusion, right where we're standing still.
Yeah, I'm gonna snap that out.
Next, as you're doing getting prepared to finish the rest, you all notice that what Trax and Kai noticed earlier, that the bodies, these gnolls, were starving. Their bodies just really skinny. They were not in the best of health.
Fang would definitely check out the bodies, see what's in the pockets, and if they're wearing insignia or anything like that. Because especially from that brother reference, he looks thoroughly.
What's this? A birth certificate?
Brother?
All of them had symbols, like a little like stone rock with a crudely drawn 3 triple-headed flail drawn onto the...
Is that like a necklace or a pin?
Yeah, it's basically like a cord, like a stone with a hole drilled through it on a leather cord.
Fang definitely takes one of those. If none of them are different from each other.
Yeah, they're all the same. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Oh no.
Fang, you're searching through the bodies.
Fuck.
And you find a handkerchief with initials on it that belong to your mother.
Fang gives it an investigative sniff to see how old it is.
It's mostly the knoll scent, but you can still smell your mother. But it's kind of faded into, it's probably more than a month old.
Fang will take that into the hut with him, not try to hide it. He'll just say, they were carrying this. It is my mother's. I would appreciate your support if we encounter anything in the mountains that may perhaps shake me. Do not let me forget the task at hand.
Deal.
That's gonna be tough, dude, but we'll do it for you.
And if we find my parents in the process, I cannot promise anything. It is why I am here. Fang is shaken by the handkerchief and the scent. And he says, I am...
It's a scent you haven't smelled in quite a long time.
I have committed myself to this team, and I will be there with every bone in my body unless I find the unfathomable. He kind of trails off and doesn't know how to continue.
Let's finish our rest and get moving.
The rest of the night goes without event, and you are all healed.
Woo!
And you all, not that you took any damage to begin with.
Right.
You fucking smoked him.
And you have all your abilities back.
Nice.
And spells.
Nice.
Do we have any precedent for like a bonfire? Have we started one of those for food purposes in case we need something, or like the long rest treats? This doesn't have to go in. I just can't remember if anyone has bonfire stuff.
After the rest, Fang wakes up with new fervor. He's on a mission today.
So you are entering, like you follow the valley up into the mountains, and the snow, the wind kind of is still strong from the west because of the magical storm. You start climbing up. It's still kind of like there's like ledges on either side, so you're kind of entering a valley. Cliffs on either side protect you from some of the wind, but it's bitterly cold. Trax, Shiv, and Kai, it feels pretty good to you. Pretty nice.
Pretty comfortable.
It's brisk.
Not happy.
Wow. Never really realized.
As you trudge deeper into the mountain valley, an eerie glow betrays the monstrous outline of something stupendous and ominous.
Oh.
It looks like a cephalopod with slimy, ropey tentacles as thick as tree trunks that has tried and failed to bury itself in its immense bulk into the snow. It's about maybe a quarter of a mile into the valley, and it's pretty big size. It looks like this strange, like, crustacean, and it's these tentacles are like kind of in the snow. It looked like it came down. It's at the end of this long furrow, and everybody make an investigation roll.
18 for Trax.
6 for Donar.
16 for Fang.
17.
So investigation is 21.
Above 15, it looks damaged. Like, it looks like parts of it are like crumpled up when it hit. What do you do?
Does anyone see anything moving?
It looks injured, but
The whole thing is just kind of, it's quite large.
Is that a vessel or a creature?
It's almost the size of, remember the dragon that you ran into?
yeah,
It's about, it's a little smaller. It's just, it's a slightly smaller than that.
Jeez, that's still massive.
Mhm.
I think we should approach this with caution.
if at all.
I feel like perhaps whatever this is causing our four friends back in Dugan's Hole to experience the head trauma.
You're seeing it kind of glow with this eerie purple light. And
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Say we check it out. Kai's gonna set a marching order.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
That is Kai in front, Shiv behind about 10 feet, Fang in the middle, about 10 feet back from Shiv, Trax 5 feet back of Fang, and Donar 10 feet back of Trax.
Really quick while we have a second, I have just a quick question. How specific do you want us to get with material spell components? That's something I've never really done.
Here's the deal. If it's something that it has a monetary cost, you have to cover that.
Okay.
If it doesn't, don't worry about it. You basically have a bag of material components that but if it has a monetary component.
We don't do that here.
I wasn't sure because I got my
we do, we just kind of hand wave it.
I didn't know if because I don't know if he would have it because he was a monk first and got his spells recently, so that's good to know.
Right.
We tend to get around it also with like arcane focuses and things that kind of take the place of components, like like are my rings. They
That's
kind
true.
of like handle that.
I don't think I have that, but it could be anything. It could be the shutter shades.
That's your spell. Actually, it could be your spell focus because certain
funny.
spell. Wizards have they can use a wand as their spell focus instead of like certain spell components. But if there's a monetary cost, you have to use that.
A lot of my illusion magic I cast through my eyes.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Flavor it any way you like.
Awesome.
So if you want to use your shades, I'm all for it.
I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's cool.
I'm not entirely sure that it's intelligent. Look, let's get down there as stealthily and as quietly as possible.
Before we head out, Fang will say, "Wait! If you will all just indulge me for one moment, I have to at least try something. If it can help us all, since the symptoms down there were in their minds, I think that this can help." And he'll go in front of everybody. He'll pass his palm right in front of everybody's face, like about an inch away, and he will say, "Now, oh dear, this is." It only lasts a minute. That's what I have forgotten to note. Okay, how about this, Ron? If you'll allow me, can I do this and cast it as a held action?
What's the trigger?
If I say that if we feel anything, if we feel some sort of power overtaking our minds, that this goes into effect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm casting Beacon of Hope. All it's going to do is give us advantage on Wisdom saving throws.
Okay. Let's do it this way because you don't know how long it's going to be. It's holding the action takes you can cast the spell. The spell slot's wasted, and you can hold the action. But if you have to drop it or do something else that requires cast another spell that has concentration, you lose the spell.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'm gonna hold that action if you'll allow me to hold it longer than the duration of the spell.
Because you haven't cast the spell yet. You're just you burning the energy.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
let's do that.
It's choosing a number of creatures within range. For the duration, each target has advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I love that
Nice.
spell.
So should we feel some sort of power in our brains, Fang is going to click that into existence.
We'll make it known.
Okay.
My brain. Something's in my brain.
Okay.
Are we going to try to talk to this thing?
I don't know if this is sentient. I think it's a craft.
It's definitely big enough. It's as big as a sailing ship.
Guess we'll find out.
All right, well, either way, I want to be ready. Donar is going to pull his shutter shades.
You have shutter shades.
His
Take a
pocket.
picture.
Hang on one second.
Oh
Hang
my
on.
god!
Gotta get a picture
Yeah,
of this.
you need to take a picture.
We all need to react. It's a reaction shot.
I was like, I
Got
have to use this.
Got it. Perfect.
Oh my
And
god!
he's going to put them on for the first time in a couple days and kind of wiggle his fingers. And with that, he is going to cast, for the first time, Comprehend Languages.
Nice.
Cool.
I think I can understand this thing on an emotional level.
Nice.
So, just in case. I can't
Okay.
talk to it, but I can interpret.
How long does the spell last?
1 hour.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. And there's
Okay.
no buffer time for languages that I hear spoken. I'm so happy this worked out. I was like, I need
God,
time
that's
to
so
use the
cool.
glasses. I brought them
Yes.
with me.
So you're starting to approach the large tentacled. Your brain almost can't quite grasp what it is. It just looks sort of like sea creature out of the deep, but it's huge. And suddenly you hear the snow around you shift, and these 3 yellowish looking slug things jump out of the snow. They have tentacles, like 8 tentacles coming out of their mouth that's surrounding like a toothed maw. Roll initiative.
3 slugs?
3. They're kind of giant. They're actually large size. They are quite big.
Cool. Cool.
Ooh, nice.
God damn it. My initiatives suck.
Shiv, what do you get?
21.
21. Nice. Kai?
24.
Trax?
23.
Fang?
A 3!
Oh, you
A 3!
Donar.
A 10. A 10.
A 10.
Kai. I sent a picture in the chat.
Yeah.
It's
Gross.
They're like
Ew.
their tentacles just waving at you, and they jump at you.
And these are
surrounding you.
large?
And these are large-sized creatures. Yes.
All right.
I guess Fang's held action goes off.
Yeah.
Unless
It can.
no, I guess I'm still waiting for brain function.
Okay.
We'll go with that. We'll hold it.
Okay. Kai, what do you do?
Kai is going to, following his plan, they're like right around me.
Yeah, because there's one, like basically 2 in the front on either side, and then 1 behind.
Okay. Then I'm going to punch one of the ones in front of me, and that's gonna be, ooh, oh my, a 10 to hit.
A 10 actually misses.
God. Then I'm gonna use a key point to flurry of blows and try to hit the other 2.
Okay.
And one of them, that's definitely gonna hit. That's a 19 plus 7, so
Oh yeah.
23. And then the third one is a 16 to hit.
16 hits as well.
Okay. Then on those 2, one of them, we'll say number 2, takes max, which is 8 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and the other takes 7 bludgeoning damage. And
Okay.
then Kai is going to then use his movement to retreat back to Fang.
Got it. And I believe it is Trax's turn.
I think I keep beating myself. Okay, so I am just going to launch a lightning bolt at the one closest to me.
Got it.
It's going to be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
First one does 9 points of damage, and I'm going to do it again.
Actually, if you're in the rear of the party, then that's the one in the back. So
Natural
Just hit that.
20.
Yes,
Natural
finally.
20.
how much was the damage on the
First one was 9 damage.
9 damage? Okay.
So this one does... Oh, of course I roll like shit, and I get a 9 again. But I'm going to supercharge it
Do
with
it.
a D6 and roll a 2. So it's going to do 2 more damage.
It's still quite a bit of damage. Okay. This kind of lights up. You see lightning like along. It's kind of like you see like the slime on its body kind of half frozen in the cold. Shiv.
Shiv will get out the moose antler shield and he'll wipe the blade onto the staff to make his Ikawa, and he's just gonna charge the one that Kai had missed.
Got it. That's the first one, I believe. So
Yeah.
yeah, because he missed the first one, and then like flurry blows the second one, and back to the first. So
All right. So for the first attack, that's 26 to hit
yes, that definitely hits.
for 7 damage.
Slicing through this bloated slug-like flesh.
And he'll take another swing. Dirty 20,
Hits again.
10 damage.
Okay.
And just because we're gonna do a superiority dice to attempt to trip it, but first it's gonna for sure take.
I'm not sure if it has feet. It's kind of like sitting in the
Right,
snow.
maybe like knock it over, I guess.
Okay,
it's more
okay.
Like
accurate.
a weeble.
Sweep one.
But it is gonna
It
do 5
wobbles.
more damage for sure.
Okay.
But it has to make a strength saving throw of 15.
Oh yeah, like 17. Okay, Donar.
Guys, shutter shades are hard to see out of. Did you,
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, yeah.
did you know?
Wonder why they never caught on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Can
wear
you
these.
need blind shades where you can pull
Yeah.
up the blinds.
I mean, I can see. It's just like there's other things. This is fun though. Okay, so it's just bonkers. First thing I'm gonna do. I'm not concentrating on comprehend languages, but I will be concentrating on banging, which Donor is going to cast next, saying "Lo Sphere" as he shuffles his hand forward like a saute pan. And they all need to make a charisma save to beat 15.
Their big charisma of 5. Okay. Number 1 rolls a 15, but it's a -3 to the roll.
Nice.
Number 2 actually makes it. And number 3, 10 minus 3 is a 7. So 1 and 3 fail.
Are banged with the 1d4 penalty. And then, as a bonus action, Donor's going to run up and get within 10 feet of all of them if I have the spacing for it.
There's 2 in the front and 1 in the rear.
Okay, then the 2 in the front, as a bonus action, he's going to spend a key point to summon the arms of the astral self.
Nice.
And the 2 in the front need to make a dex save to beat 12.
Okay. Dex save. Fail and a fail.
Nice. So they're both going to take all of 6.
Is that the first time somebody's failed against that?
I think so.
It's happened a couple times. It doesn't happen often. It's a
6.
DC
How
of
much?
12. Yeah, 6 force damage. Donar's feeling himself. He's going to stay right up in there.
Okay. So we have, what, Shiv and Donar and Kai in the front. And Trax is... You fired a missile weapon. You were
Yeah.
like at the distance, right? And Fang's kind of at a distance.
Well, I moved back toward Fang.
Got it. Okay. I think the one that's in the back is going to go for Trax. And we're going to have one each to Shiv and Donar. So their tentacles kind of lash out as they like rush at you. Their maws full of teeth. And...
Gross.
Huh?
I said gross. Gross.
Oh, gross, gross. At least
Yes.
said guys.
So did I. I heard guys.
Guys.
Okay.
They're gross, guys.
And they actually get their reach of the tentacles is 10 feet. So let's see. On Trax, that is a 15 and a 22.
Yes.
You take 4 points of poison damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
19 Constitution
Okay,
save.
you're fine.
And I'm rolling
Against
so
Donar.
well tonight. Keep it up. Keep it up, Burrell.
Donar, that's a 22.
Yep.
And the other, another tentacle. Oh my god, 19 plus 8.
Yep. Big time, yeah.
27. So 2 tentacles. That is 3 points of poison damage from the first tentacle. Second, 6 points of poison from the second tentacle. I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
Okay, well, at first, Donar is resistant to
Yikes.
poison. I didn't
Yep,
think
so-
that would ever come up.
So that's half damage for both of those.
So that'll be 4 total. And then,
Okay.
first con save
Yeah.
is an 8.
You are suddenly, your body kind of the poison takes effect and your body slows and you can't move. You're paralyzed. Okay.
Ugh.
And
How annoying.
it moves in, it finishes its move and does a bite on you. And it can do that at advantage because you are paralyzed. That is a 16 to hit.
Sure does.
Because you're paralyzed.
Oh no.
It's over.
It's a crit though.
11. This is piercing damage as the jaws latch onto you. 11 plus 2. So that's 13 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Ugh. All right.
Okay, against Shiv, the two tentacles lash out. That is an 18.
Nope. Shield.
A 17 plus 8 is a 25. So the second tentacle hits. Make a Constitution saving throw. You should have no problem with this.
19.
19, you're fine. Yep, not paralyzed. Okay, and that is all they can do.
Do I still take damage, though?
You do take damage, yes. 3 plus 2, 5 points. Fang's turn.
Will you just clarify the concentration? Is it if I cast another spell of concentration or just cast any other spell?
Correct. If you cast a spell that requires concentration,
Cool.
you lose the spell that you're concentrating on.
Okay, I'd never technically cast the spell. I know I lose the spell slot, but I never. So I guess I'll still hold the action for any brain, but something or other if somebody gives me a shout. But seeing that Donar has been, then Fang is going to rush over to Donar. He's gonna lay hands on his shoulder, casting Lesser Restoration.
Fuck yeah.
Ending his paralyzation.
Thank you.
And Ron, would you say, just as far as Icewind Dale goes, would you say we're in dim light pretty much all the time?
Dim light, definitely dim light, yes.
Great. Then with that, Fang, he unparalyzes Donar and he kind of like and gets angry again, but not out of control. He stands up and as a bonus action, he claps his hands really quickly and throws them into the air. And in doing that, these like tendrils of darkness kind of fly out of his fingertips toward the sky. They disappear into the night sky, and he throws his arms down, essentially yanking himself up onto the marionette strings, casting Steps of the Night.
Nice.
He now has a flying speed equal to my walking speed. So Fang,
Oh my fucking god! It's on. It's on,
Been
isn't
waiting
it?
for this.
Fang floats in the air, but like with all the dominion of his limbs, but he seems to be held up by like puppet marionette strings, and he kind of dangles in the wind like that, and he's just ready for some action. He has
That's creepy.
Dope.
and that'll be it.
Okay, top of the round, Kai.
Kai
The
is
one to your left looks a little quite injured, actually. It's worse off than the second one.
What about the one back there on Trax?
It is. It's actually a little worse off than the second one. It's about. So second and third one look about the same.
Okay, then I will, since the second one is closer to me, I imagine, I will throw a kick out at it,
Okay.
and that's gonna be not hit. I think that's only a 10 again. And
Yeah,
then
misses.
I'm going to follow the momentum of that kick and sprint back to Trax and leap and just front kick into the other one.
Okay.
And that's better. That's 24 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Only 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Trax.
All right, so what do I have left? Like, there's the one in front of me.
There's one that kind of is on you, and then there's two up ahead at the top of the marching order. One on Donar and one on Shiv.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll focus on the one on me. So as how close is he right now?
He was in your face. 'Cause
Okay.
actually, he's 10 feet away because of the tentacles.
Okay, so I am going to reach up and press a button on my armor, and it's going to... two flaps are going to open up, and it is going to release a concussive blast force of air.
Mm-hmm.
And I need him to make a Constitution saving throw of 16. It's Thunder Wave.
Nice.
We've done this one today. They have a pretty decent con, actually. But not enough. They rolled a 12.
Hey.
Ooh.
Hey, not too bad. 14 points of damage.
Nice.
And I believe he's pushed back 10 feet back, and that'll be it
And
for me.
he's gonna start scrabbling back to you. Let's see. Shiv.
Shiv has still got his shield and the Yikawa, so he's gonna do 2 more Yikawa attacks.
Mm-hmm.
15 to hit for the first one,
That hits.
for 7 damage. The second is then another dirty 20 to hit for the second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, max damage for 12.
And that you bury the Yikawa deep into its fleshy body, and this ichor comes out and and falls down into the snow and stops, just twitches there.
Dope. How close is the next one?
It's like literally like 15 feet away.
All right, then I'm going to do.
This is the one that just paralyzed Donar.
I'll use action surge, and I'm going to throw the Yikawa at that one.
Oh, that's badass. Do it.
That is another, 19 to hit.
That hits.
Just 6 damage.
Anything else?
Am I able to use superiority dice on like a thrown attack? It just says attack, so.
A missile attack's the same as a melee attack.
Cool.
So.
Then I'm gonna try to knock this one over with some force of a thrown Yakawa too. So we'll add a D8.
I think like if you're using something that's a strength, because sometimes you can use like spears and javelins using a strength ability instead of a dex. So you're just throwing them so hard.
Oh, cool.
So I'll allow this. Yes.
Great. Then that's for sure at least 5 more damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's got to make the strength saving throw of 15.
That's only an 8. So you kind of
Nice.
knock it to its side. It kind of rolls, and you see these little like you can see in the picture. You can see these little like tiny feet as it rolls over, it's got like 8 little feet on its underside.
So you could have tripped it.
Aha! Then that'll be it.
Donar.
Donar is fired up. He's going to try to smash this thing with a frying pan.
Okay.
And it's prone, right? Is this an
Yeah,
advantage?
It is prone. You're at advantage. Yes.
Sweet. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That is going to do 7 points of bludgeoning. And as a bonus action, Donar, since he's so fired up, he's going to spend another key point to flurry of blows, hit this thing 2 more times.
Got it.
Nice.
With the arms of the astral self, the big,
Do
billowy,
it.
smoking
Yeah.
arms. And they're going to come down at the same time and try to do 2 elbow strikes, like what he's seen Kai do. He's taking inspiration.
Nice.
So the first one is going to be, if I'm using, okay. First one's another 21 to hit,
That hits.
and that's going to be 3 points of force damage.
Oh.
And then the second one is an 11 to hit.
11 misses.
Dicks. All right. Well, we tried.
The slug rolls over, raises its bulbous body, and at you, Donar, annoyed, and 2 tentacles lash out at you again.
Let's do it.
Okay, that's a 15
Yep.
and a 23 on the second one.
Are those with the Bane? Did I get this one with the Bane? I think I did. I
This
think
is
it
the
was
second one. 1 and 3. This is the second one is the one that was on you, so unfortunately, no.
Gotcha.
My gold dice are actually starting to roll high again. The second one hits you. So that
Okay.
is 5 points of poison damage halved for you. Make a Constitution saving throw at advantage.
Gotcha. Was the first one was a 15, right? Because that would also
Yes.
hit. If I'm being
Oh,
honest.
okay, got it. Sorry. I thought it.
No need to apologize.
The one that hit does 4 points of poison damage, and you have to make 2 saving throws.
Alrighty.
Both at advantage, though.
First one is an 11.
You needed the 13. You're paralyzed again.
Man.
So it
Yeah.
rushes up at you, rolls at advantage to hit you as you're paralyzed. I rolled a 3 and a 6, so 6 plus 4, 10. 10 misses.
It
He's like kind of he's gnawing at you, but he can't quite
Let's go.
find the right place. And the one on Trax misses with both tentacles. Okay. Fang.
Fang sees that it has gone for Donar again, and Donar cannot defend himself. So with his puppet strings, he has a flying speed of 35. He kind of dive bombs down with his mace rearing and goes for a strike on the one on Donar.
Okay.
Let me get to the right screen. All of my dice have been failing me. I'm gonna try this one. Dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That's gonna do 7 points of bludgeoning.
He's still up, but you just see like wounds all over him, like where ichor is just kind of starting to seep out and start to slowly freeze and slowing down for sure.
I think I'm seeing there's a feature that I have that I have not been taking advantage of, but I can't take advantage of it yet. I'm gonna work on that later. I think that's all I can do right now.
Okay. Top of the round, Kai.
Kai is just going to reel off a couple of hand signs and shoot a firebolt at the one that's still trying to get Trax.
Okay.
That's gonna be a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
And 2d10s. Wow. Not great. That's 5 fire damage.
Okay, he's still up.
And Kai's just gonna hold position, kind of flanking with Trax on the last one.
You're definitely like an option,
Yeah.
target option for him.
Right.
Okay. Trax.
All right, so I'm gonna get that dude.
Get that dude.
I'm gonna get that dude.
Gonna get
I'm
cat.
gonna. Sorry, I'm also fighting a cat right now.
Been there.
First one, not that great. 15.
15 hits.
Oh, cool. All right. First one does 9 points of damage.
And the lightning hits it, and you see it arc over its body, and it kind of like, you see its tentacles kind of shrink up and like crispify, and it falls over.
Cool. I'm gonna try and hit another one.
Okay, the one that's on Donar.
One that's on Donar
And Fang
There we
currently,
go. 25 to hit.
That hits for sure.
And so that's gonna do 11 points of damage.
The
and then
final
super
blow is
Oh, cool.
yours.
Let's go.
So,
Do what you will.
so he zaps the first one, lightning arcs out and shoots it, and he looks up and he sees the other one attacking, and he just kind
You
of
see it rear up and like pissed off. at
throws,
Donar.
kind of like throws his hand forward as the lightning kind of arcs out of him, and hits that one, blasts it away.
It like comes down, its body dives down at Donar, and suddenly the lightning hits it, rolls it down the mountain, like hits it, rolls 3 or 4 times, and comes to a nasty, icky, slimy stop. And Donar, your paralyzation eventually wears off.
Ugh. Oh, it sucked.
Who killed the first one?
I think Shiv did.
Shiv. Okay.
Shiv did,
Shiv.
yeah,
I
it was
just-
Shiv.
I missed it. I just wanted to write it
Strong
down.
boy.
And Shiv's gonna go retrieve his Yukawa as soon as he can, whether that's in the third one's body or on the ground or whatever. Make sure it's still good to go.
And Fang will allow the tendrils to slowly bring him back down to the ground.
Come down to the ground. You look down at the purplish glowing shape ahead of you, and you think you see on the upper level, you think you see a window, and in the window you see a shadowy form, tall, have a bulbous head, and you can see little tentacles kind of like floating out from its mouth.
Oh no!
And that's where we're going to stop for the
Oh
evening.
no!
It's not the skull this time. It's the flesh
The
around
full,
it we're
it's the
worried
full
about.
one.
This one has a fucking brain.
Please subscribe and leave us a review on Podchaser or Apple Podcasts, and share us with all your friends. Follow us on Twitter at SeveredSunDND. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast, D&D Beyond, Roll20, and thank you to Syrinscape, Andrei Sitkoff, and to Monument Studios with the amazing sound effects and music. Stay frosty!
Brr.